Owen D. Young was one of the most powerful leaders in 1920s America, managing thousands of people and negotiating international treaties. But he never gave a direct order in his life. He never said, "Do this." Instead, he'd asked, "Do you think this would work? Or you might consider this approach." His subordinates thought they were making their own decisions. So, how does a question become more powerful than a command? Back in the 1920s, Owen D. Young was leading General Electric and handling complex global negotiations. He was managing brilliant, proud people, engineers, executives, and diplomats who hated being told what to do. Young understood something most leaders miss. Direct orders create resentment, even when they're correct. When you tell someone do this, you trigger their resistance to being controlled and remove their sense of autonomy. If the plan fails, they can just blame you, saying, "I was just following orders." If it succeeds, you get the credit, not them. Direct orders might seem efficient, but they're psychologically expensive. They work through authority and fear, not genuine buy-in. So, Young developed a totally different approach. He asked questions that guided people to discover his solution on their own. Imagine an engineer presenting a flawed plan. Instead of saying, "That won't work, do it this way," Young would ask, "That's interesting. What do you think would happen if we encountered this scenario? Have you considered how that factor might affect this?" The engineer, responding to questions instead of orders, starts thinking through the problems himself and often reaches Young's conclusion independently. When a diplomat suggested a poor tactic, Young wouldn't criticize them. He'd say, "I like your thinking. Do you think the other side might see that as aggressive? What if we approached it from this angle instead?" He was guiding with questions, making them feel like collaborators discovering the truth together, not subordinates receiving commands. This had a profound effect. People don't resent questions the way they resent orders. Questions make them feel valued, and when they discover the solution themselves, they own it. This is where it gets brilliant. Young's teams developed intense loyalty because they felt like partners in discovery, not just order followers. When someone came to a solution through Young's questioning, they believed it was their idea. Their ego became invested in making it work because it was theirs. If Young had just ordered it, they'd feel like they were just executing someone else's plan, and failure wouldn't reflect on them. But when it's their idea, they work harder to prove themselves right. Young mastered the art of inception. The goal isn't to give orders, but to ask questions that lead people to your solution, making them feel it was their idea all along. This gives you huge advantages. First, they work harder because it's their plan. Second, they can't blame you if it fails. Third, they feel respected, which builds loyalty. And fourth, they often improve on your original idea because they're actually thinking, not just executing. Young's incredible success came from this one principle. He led without anyone feeling like they were being led. His people thought they were making the decisions, but they were actually being guided by his strategic questions. The illusion of free will created genuine buy-in. Orders get you compliance. Questions get you commitment. Young proved that asking questions is far more powerful than giving orders. Direct commands create resentment and minimum effort. But questions that guide discovery create ownership and commitment. Inception always beats